Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today, I'm going to answer some of your questions, such are late 90s Omegas a good value, and am I buying a Rolex? All that and more in today's episode. Now, of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing my rotary watch, just my first ever automatic, still have it in my watch box, and I wear it on occasion. Also, guys, don't forget to check out delraywatch.com. We got a very large amount of very cool watches in stock. We just got in a Cartier Tank Solo XL on a bracelet, cheapest one in the country. A Grand Seiko Peacock GMT, also the cheapest one in the country. And guess what? Another cheapest one in the country, Gerard Perregaux WWTC in titanium. Very hard to find at a fantastic world time. All at delraywatch.com, link in the description below. Now guys, these are some of the questions you asked me today on my Instagram account at Federico Talks Watches. A few times a month I put up a Q&A picture. When you see that, ask your question below. When I get enough questions, I remove the picture. Please do not DM me, I do not check them. Also guys, today's my last day at the office. Delray is staying open, but I'm heading to Europe to visit my family for the holidays. So videos will be a little slower to release, though I do intend on releasing a couple, but bear with me. Anyway guys, in no particular order. Brandon Rogers 223. I really value your opinion. Thank you. What is your opinion on late 90s Omega Seamasters 300? I think they're great watches. They're iconic. Pierce Brosnan made them famous in James Bond. Yes, they're a little aged. You can tell it's a 90s watch, but that's not a bad thing. They're fairly inexpensive. They have a pre-coaxial 2892 movement, which is easy to service, 300 meters of water resistance, aluminum bezel, which I actually quite like. It'll age as ceramic won't age. I actually like that aged look. And overall, if you can snag one in the low 2000s, why not? It's a hell of a watch. Marsh to Marcy. Hey Fed, great content. Thank you. Can you explain where Hermès gets their movements? Some are pretty cool and reminds me of Parmigiani. Well, that makes sense, because Hermès gets their movements from Vaucher, and Vaucher is owned by Parmigiani. Very high-end movement manufacturer. Vaucher is owned by Parmigiani Fleurier in the same group. They share movements with Hermès, and Vaucher also sells to a few other makers as well, like Chapek. So yes, Hermès watches, even though it's a fashion house, they do use very high-end movements, and it makes sense that they remind you of Parmigiani because they're made by Parmigiani. Pedro 457876. Hey Fed, any chance you're getting a Rolex in the near future? What's your favorite model of this time? Whoa, Pedro. I don't have any plans on getting a Rolex in the near future, though the idea does come to mind every so often. If I had to pick two, I'd either pick an aluminum Pepsi GMT, which I've owned in the past. Love that GMT watch, even though now they're a little overpriced. However, still have the itch. I also love the white Milgauss. Talked about it many times. I love the funky white dial, the orange accents. It's the Rolex that makes Rolex look like they don't take themselves too seriously. However, do I have plans on picking them up? No, not really. Will I pick them up? Probably not. But I very well may. I'm a very spontaneous buyer. And last but not least, because I do have a plane to catch, Ryan Countryum. Hey Fed, will Delray be sourcing watches anytime soon? I'm on the hunt for my first luxury watch, and I'm disappointed to hear Delray isn't currently offering the service of sourcing watches for customers. Thank you, and congrats on the success. Thanks, Ryan. We used to source watches for customers, but we rarely do anymore. And I'm just going to be very forthright. It takes too much time, and it doesn't make enough profit, right? So we have watches coming in every day. We're a small team here. We're under 10. We try and get through as many watches as we want, and as we can, rather. And in the beginning, we used to source watches for customers when we were a smaller business. It was a big part of our sales. You would tell me what you were looking for. I'd give you a price range, back and forth. We'd find it. You'd pay for it. Unfortunately, it's not an easy business because not every customer has the right expectations, and sometimes they do. But even if they do, I still have to go out and find the watch, and the hours of time that takes for the relatively small margin because I don't own the watch in the first place. So it's something we don't typically do unless the watch is of a very high price point, so we can actually, make some money on the other end. Because at the end of the day, I'm very honest, this is a business and I have to use my time efficiently. So while we may offer this in the future once the team grows a little bit and we can offer it comfortably and the workload is spread out amongst more people, at the moment it just doesn't make sense for Del Rey because we're very busy with other things that ultimately do make us a higher profit. I don't want profit to be a dirty word here, right? I am a businessman. I'm talking about it very honestly. I would love to offer that, but at the moment we just can't. It's not profitable enough. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. If I don't see you before then, I wish everybody a happy holidays. I will be releasing the next video from Madrid, Spain, so keep an eye out. And of course, check out delreywatch.com. Guys, thank you so much for everything. You have all my love and best wishes, and I appreciate it. Take care.